Hi, everybody. Glad you could join my first edition of 10-Minute Technology Tuesday. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Microsoft Office email that we currently use and trying to give you some tips and tricks to this email. I'm going to link up to my desktop, doing a screen share. Okay, hopefully everybody can see my screen. It is a picture of my email. A couple things I want you to know first of all. There's a couple different ways that you can view this. I personally do not like to see the preview, but that is an option, so I want to go through that. In the view, right here, in the view category, up here where it says reading pane, in that drop down, there are a couple different choices. If I choose right, then I get a view of the reading pane, and I can make it bigger or smaller than as I want. Right? I currently have the calendar up. I'll show you that in a second. But here's the preview of the reading pane, or the preview pane. If I go back into that, I could also choose bottom. Now the preview is on the bottom. And Dave Andrews did say that that's the way he prefers it or recommends it. I personally don't like to see the preview. I guess I was just taught that you shouldn't open up any emails, or that might be a way to. Dave told me that the filter system is a little better now, so we don't have to worry about that so much, but this is how I like it. A couple more options on the view. You could also have the folders, which we're going to talk about in a second. So I'll do folders off, and now you don't see any choice of folders on the side. I'm going to do the to-do, and I'm going to pick calendar. Now I can see my calendar and any upcoming dates. I can also choose to make that a little bit smaller if I wanted to. Maybe not. Maybe that's as small as it goes. So I prefer to have my calendar up. Speaking of calendar, let's just go into that for a second. So I'm going to click on calendar at the bottom. And then I'm going to choose to make an event. And I don't know if any of you know how to do the invite, so I'm going to do that in a second. So I'll just make sure this is viewable. So here I can see I have a meeting that I'm going to schedule. And what's important about this is I could set my time, but many of you probably don't know that you could invite people. So I'm going to invite Matt to this meeting. I'm going to invite Corey to this meeting. And I'm going to tell him where it is, right? So they'll be, I'm not going to send it but that's a great way to invite people to your meetings. I also want to have to show you that there's a way to color code these. So if this meeting was for reading specialists, maybe I want to make it always red. So up on top, it's always red. Or maybe I'm putting in my son's appointment or a doctor appointment, I want to make it a different color. So I just think those are kind of neat things to add. I'm going to delete that. So a little bit about calendar features. I think we could really use the invite feature just a little bit more than what we do. Go back over to mail now. All right, so we're also here to talk about folders. And in folders, if you look up on the top view, there are a couple ways to view the folders. Right now, you can't see anything on the left-hand side. But if I go into view, folder panel, and I do normal, now all of a sudden I see this side panel. That's what we're going to talk about next, is the view folders. So in here is a little toggle, an arrow switch that when I click it, you'll be able to see a lot more of my folders. Looks like there's a little bit of lag time here. Hopefully they'll show up on the screen. So in creating my folders, you simply click on the right-hand side here, and or the box, inbox, wherever I want to make my folder. I click New Folder, and then I'm going to name it. I'll put down Test for my folder. I think you're not quite viewing what I'm viewing, so let me see if I can do a little better at that. I'll do Test. I already have a folder called that. I'll say Test 1. So now I see that folder, and I can easily take an email from my box and put it into whatever folder I want. If I don't want the folder anymore, I can delete it. I can arrange them. I can make a folder within inside a folder, so it's easier for me to find things. So Dave said I should mention that it's better to, if there's an email that you want to keep, it's better to put them into folders so you can keep them from year to year. One more thing I want to mention today in Tuesday Technology, and that would be the search options. Up here in the corner, very often I know an email that I can't find, something Lisa Lau told me to do, and I just can't remember how to do it. So I'll just type in Lisa and search for all Lisa's emails. That's one way to search. I'll exit out of that. Another way to be searched is if I put the X or direct it to go from, and that's usually in alphabetical order. I could also do a sent as well. So I hope you enjoyed this technology tips on email. Join me again next week. We'll talk about more things that make you more productive. Bye. Okay. I only got one viewer, but it's okay.